Hey everybody's Dak here, and welcome to episode 3 of our RuneScape 2007 Road to 100 mil. In this episode, I just walked over to Varrock. Now I'm going to take these coins, this 345k that we have gotten. Excuse me for a second. Alright, I'm going to take these coins and I'm going to spend them on logs, regular logs. I was thinking about chopping my own logs a little bit. Probably not going to do that because it's going to take a while, but the thing is I'm not finding a lot of people selling logs at a price that I need right now. So I thought, while I'm trying to get people to sell me logs, I might as well chop some of my own. If I do decide to do that, I will show you guys. But for now, what I'm going to do is spend the next however long it takes searching for people selling logs, and I'm gonna cut out a little bit while I'm searching for people, but I'll show you all the trades, and hopefully we can spend this whole stack on some regular logs. Alright, so there's a guy in this world who, right here, says he was trading some selling some logs, excuse me, a pretty long time ago though. I couldn't get him to respond to any of my PMs, so it's possible that he isn't trading anymore, but I think it's worth a shot. He is trading a lot of them for a decent price, so I figure it's gonna be good. There was one guy who's selling for 85 coins a piece. He's not online anymore. This guy's selling for 90 coins a piece. Those extra 5 coins I will survive with. Except there's a lot of people trading him. This guy must be having a bank sale or something. I think I'm gonna get 3.8k from him. Let me get my calculator on the screen there. 3,800 times 90. It's gonna be 342k. Alright, this guy is not very good at responding. We will wait. 3.8 thousand logs. There it is. Oh, that was a little easier than I thought it was going to be. Only took one guy to get my logs. And now I will show you what we're going to do with them next. First, let me put my coins away. Actually, I should not put my coins away quite yet. I'm going to run to the general store now. What we're going to do with these logs is, I'm sure some of you may have guessed, we're going to fletch them into arrow shafts and then sell the shafts back. I'm not sure at all how long it's going to take. But I think when I sell them back, I'm going to then spend the money on more logs and do that process a couple times. Looks like you can't buy a knife here. Not going to lie, guys. No idea where to buy a knife. Once I do get a knife, I will get back to you guys, though, and we're going to start making arrow shafts. I'll explain exactly what I'm going to do in just a second. Alright, so I am headed currently to the Catherby general store because they do sell knives there. Plus, instead of just buying from another player near where I was, I figured if I'm going to do another AFK method by a bank, might as well do it in a different bank than I've usually been at. Just change the scenery for everybody. So we're going to be hanging out in Catherby for a little while. What I'm doing is using the charter ships to get there. It's going to cost me 1k, but I like being able to spend a little bit of money to not have to walk there. It would take forever with a low agility level like this one. What I was trying to explain before I figured out I didn't have a knife was that what I'm going to do is turn all of these logs into arrow shafts, and once I sell those shafts and have 500 600k, depends on how much I sell them for, I'm going to use that money, buy logs again, and repeat the process 2 or 3 times. That should get us to 800k, maybe even up to 1 mil. Again, it's going to depend if I can find the right people to sell the shafts to. This is going to be kind of a long process, so like I usually do, I'm going to cut out from all of the ridiculously boring and long parts, like just cutting the shafts at the bank, and I'm going to cut in when necessary. Just ran the opposite direction of the general store. I forgot it's right at the end of the docks, not in a building. This is the guy I want to talk to. I need 1 knife. How much is that going to cost? I don't know how much I spent. 7 coins. Sounds good to me. I like the AFK money makers, so that is the biggest thing for me, is I'm not going to have to pay too much attention to this. So here we go, starting to make the arrow shafts. I will get back to you guys when I'm either done with all of these shafts or if something comes up that I want you guys to see. Alright guys, in this quick clip I'm just showing you that I'm finishing up the arrow shafts, and after that I'm going to be running over to Varrock, hopefully finding some people quickly to buy them, and then I'm going to buy some more logs. Alright guys, so not a lot of people are out there selling the arrow shafts right now, so I did have to do some classic typing out what I'm selling to hopefully find people to buy. I did get one guy to buy 300, as you can see in this clip so far. Next clip, don't worry, I did find another guy that is willing to buy a few more than that. Not gonna lie, guys, I almost forgot to record the clip you're seeing here. That's why I'm already almost halfway through the trade. I was just so excited that I finally found some guy to buy him. It took a really long time to get him to buy the shafts. I had to haggle with him a little bit. He wanted 7 coins per shaft when I was planning on selling him for 9 coins a piece, so it would have been over 100k loss there, or at least 100k less profit. I end up getting about 430k from him, which still is less money than I was expecting, which is kind of a bummer because it took almost longer to sell the shafts, honestly, than it did to make them. So because of that fact, I don't think we're going to be buying more logs to do more arrow shafts. It just took too long to sell them. Alright guys, before I start talking about what we're going to do next, I got to give a shout out to my boy ROG Vaughn. He's a guy I met on revolutionofgaming.com. Pretty cool guy, another RS player. He told me about getting some snake hides after you do the Cabin Fever quest and how you can make some good money with that. That's not exactly what I'm doing right now when I'm taking my money out. Not saying that I will never do that. That sounds like a good deal. But what it reminded me of was tanning some dragon hides, and I figured since we got a decent cash stack, we could start doing that now. So what I'm doing with this money is buying some green dragon hides from this guy, and then I'm going to go tan them. One thing that I do kind of blow here is I spend just about all of my money on the regular dragon hides, so I didn't have enough to tan all of them. So I have to take one trip to tan one load and sell those so that I'll have enough money to tan the rest of them. Kind of a stupid mistake, but for the rest of this video probably it's just going to be small clips of me buying dragon hides and selling dragon leather. And probably going to do that 4 or 5 times because I'm just going to keep making more money every time I do it. And if it doesn't take too long, then that's even better. Alright, like I said before, since it cost 20 coins to tan each dragon hide and I didn't have enough coins, I had to tan this one load of hides, which is what you're seeing right here, and then I'm going to be going and selling them in Varrock and coming back and doing the rest of the hides. Alright, so I got my 27 dragon leather here. This guy who's running out to me, he says he's buying them, and he plans on buying a lot, so since that didn't take too long, hopefully I can keep selling more and more to this guy. He says he'll pay $17.50 for him, so I should get 47.25K from just this sale, which actually is pretty nice for one load. There we go. So possibly this guy is going to be the same guy I'm going to be selling to for a while because he is buying him for a pretty good price, so hopefully this guy keeps buying for a long time. Alright guys, I skipped the part where I had to tan all the hides. I just ran back to Al-Kharid and tanned them all. So I have this 253 stack of hides now, plus the 48k here. And that only took like 15 minutes, so I'm pretty happy with that. It was a pretty good profit for that amount of time. The same guy, I'm looking for him right now. Same guy I sold to before says he is buying more. So if he sells all of these, I calculated, or excuse me, if he buys all of these, I calculated it to where I made 51k from this load. And now that we'll have more money, we can buy more dragon hides, which means I'll make more money for the next load. So it's just going to keep increasing in profit until I have enough hides that it takes more than an hour to do a load. Because it didn't take very long, it's going to be 150 to 200k an hour just to start. And then of course, once I get more money, that can increase a little bit too. Looks like he's going to get me about 442k, and that is what he did. So after this, looks like we have just over 500k, so now I'm going to be buying some more dragon hides. Alright guys, I almost forgot to turn my screen recorder on, but I did get the back of this trade here, and now we got 300 dragon hides. I just world hopped and found that guy. It probably took 2 minutes, so that was a pretty quick transfer. Now, just like we were doing before, I'm going to run back to Al-Kharid and tan all of these hides. So I noticed that I hadn't had any footage of me tanning the hides yet, so I just wanted to put a little bit of a clip in here just so you can see what the trip looks like. It's a very fast trip. This is a sped up version of it if you couldn't tell, but it does take maybe 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds to do a trip, so I can do 2 or 3 trips in a minute and make a pretty good profit at it. Alright, so I tanned the 300 dragon hides and 2 dragon leather, and I messaged the guy, and he is coming running back for me, which is pretty cool of him. He clearly needs these hides. He must be working on crafting or something. But it's good that I found a buyer that's consistently buying from me. Looks like I'll get 525k from him this time. and oh, excuse me, you guys. There we go. So I'm going to do this one more time. I am running out of time in the episode, so for this episode, I should say, I'm going to do this one more time. So I'm going to buy some more hides, and we're going to tan all of those. So it seems like every time I go to buy the dragon hides, I almost forget to record. Here's the back end of the trade. Just got a little over 300 hides this time. Also was the same guy who sold me the dragon hides last time, so I've got the same buyer and seller going here, which is a pretty good rig. Now I'm going to home port back to Lumbridge, run to Alcreed, and tan these hides quick. Alright, this is the last load we're going to do for this video. Just got these hides tanned, and our same guy, Dark, is here. He's going to be buying these again for the same price too. It's pretty nice of him. So looks like, hold up, let me get the calculator out. 337 times 1750 is going to give me 589k. That's going to almost put us over 600k. He's got to do the math too, obviously. See how much he's going to pay us. 589. Just accepting the offer. And we have, we are just about over 600k. This is not going to be the last load that I do of green dragon hides. It is going to be the last load this episode, though. I will be starting off the next episode with a couple of green dragon hide runs because I made well over 100k in a little bit under an hour, which is pretty good. But don't worry, the whole episode next time won't be green dragon hide runs. I will have some other money makers that we're going to be doing. On that note, though, since we are just about out of time, I'm going to be ending the episode. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and drop us a like and a comment telling us what you enjoyed about it. Join the cul-de-sac by clicking on that subscribe button and follow us on Twitter @TheEdBoys. All links are in the description.